What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Planetary Reviews. Sorry this video took so long. Been focusing on the South Park review and just been a little busy because of school and everything, but you know what? I wanted to bring this video out to you right away. Here are my thoughts of the Battlefront 2 beta. First off, let's just start with the obvious. The graphics for this game look amazing and it performs great. Let's just throw that one out of the way. That should be obvious once you look at the game right away. This game is gorgeous, absolutely amazing, beautiful graphics, just top notch. Now, let's move on to the game modes. The game modes that were included in the beta: Strike, which was the infantry-based, objective-based mode where you have the First Order is going after a artifact and they have to capture it from the rebels, so to say, the resistance. They have to capture it from them, take it to their ship, and take it away. Meanwhile, the resistance has to defend that. They have to keep the artifact safe from the First Order until the end, until the timer runs out. That one I found to be really fun. I enjoyed that mode a whole lot. I thought it was really cool to just run around on this map. It's not team deathmatch, but I do like infantry combat the most. It's really cool. So you're running around. You have, with the addition of the classes, by the way, it makes it much better. You have the Assault, the Heavy, the Specialist, and the Officer. The Assault, your standard soldier class. The Heavy, your big guy with the big heavy guns ready to take some names. Then you have the Specialist, which is the Sniper, really cool class if you're a long range guy. And then we have the Officer, which is the one that will be the most useful to the squad, which would be the guy who, he has an ultimate, and they're not called ultimates, but they're pretty much ultimates, where he will have a circle appear around him that's a certain width, and then if you go inside it, you'll get buffed. And that would be really useful to help out the team and help out the squad. Really cool gameplay. I love the classes. Great addition. And also the guns feel much better this time around. The guns feel like weapons. They feel like they have some kick to them. They have some life to them. They feel more realistic. Very cool feel to it. I like it a lot. And let's just continue to talk about the game mode. The game modes in this game, like I said, that was Strike. Very cool mode if you're into infantry. Then we have Galactic Assault, which is the big, large map mode that in this beta we were on Naboo, and the Separatists were attacking the clone army with their MTT, and it is the clone army's goal to shoot that MTT, make it stop before it hits the palace, and gain victory through that. If they do make it into the palace, basically the Separatists have to run in, infiltrate the palace, break a few doors, and then they go into the throne room and they capture the throne room, they win. So, in that mode, I felt like it was a little unbalanced because of the fact that once you memorize where the ion cannons are on the map, it just becomes very simple for the clone army to just sit there, run back there, get it, boom, run back there, get it, boom. It wasn't very balanced. They might have to do some things to make it feel a little bit more balanced so that the Separatists could have a better way of winning other than just having to kill them right away. Because the amount of distance you have from each other initially makes it easy, in my opinion, for the clone army to sit there and do what I was doing. I was able to accumulate like 10,000 battle points in like a minute or two just by running back and forth and getting the ion cannon. So there needs some balancing in that. And also, I love the battle point system because it is no longer just a random chance you'll be a hero or a random chance that you'll find a little coin that gives you a vehicle. I love that. It does mean that now you have to be good to get a hero. But the thing that I didn't like was that I was noticing as I was playing the any mode that people would just save their points and go for the hero. Not that I blame them. Who doesn't want to be Rey or Han Solo or anyone like that? But it was taking away from the vehicles. No one was really getting the little walker that the clone troopers use. No one was going for the tank really that much. I was noticing in most of my matches. They were just going straight for the heroes, which really took away from the whole Battlefront like feel. When you're playing Battlefront, you expect to see vehicles going off, explosions and all that stuff. But in this one, it was still fun. I was having a great time, but it felt like everyone was just going, you know what, I don't care, I'm just going to save it for the hero, get the hero, go. And there should just be a way to incentivize people to use more vehicles, maybe make the price less. I don't know how you can do that, but that was one of the issues I was noticing. I was like, no one's choosing these vehicles that much except for the occasional ship once in a while that people would choose in the air. and even then that really wasn't chosen all that often. It was either Rey or Darth Maul. So that needs to be a little fixed. Other than that, the battle point system is great, and I do like the fact that it's more skill based now. Next thing I want to talk about, the next mode, Starfighter Assault. This is really improved. At first, I didn't like the way you flew in this game, but then after I got used to it, it was extremely fun because they made it more in-depth, they made it more skill-based to do this. It wasn't as easy. So at first, I had to get used to the control scheme, and I was like, oh man, it's a little tough. But once you get used to it, I'm not a guy who likes to fly all that much. But once I got used to it, I was like, all right, I'm having a good time. I was in X-Wing taking down TIE fighters. I was having a really fun time with the more in-depth way they made the ships feel in this game. That was really cool. And the mode itself is not just a team deathmatch type thing where you're running around killing each other. What it is that it's an objective-based thing. For the first part, you go in, you're going to have to take down 2 objectives. You take them down, then another thing's going to happen where you have to take down these like shield generators. If you're the Empire, if you're the Rebellion, you have to take down shield generators, 2 big ships. Then you have to take down these things that are holding the ship together. You get them off the ship, and then you destroy the ship's core. And that's actually really cool. I really enjoyed that. It felt very balanced. It felt very cool to do it. And I was having a really good time. I really like Starfighter Assault. If you're a person who thought that the ship combat in the first one wasn't in-depth enough for you, I think you'll like this one a hell of a lot more because it's just more in-depth, more fun, and you feel even better when you get a kill in this one since there's far less assists in this one. So I gotta say, all 3 modes are good for the type of gameplay you like. I had a lot of fun with them. 2 of my favorites, Starfighter Assault and Strike. Galactic Assault, like I said, if they just balance it a little bit more, it might be a little bit better. But the 2 standout modes for me personally were Strike and Starfighter Assault. That was just for the beta. So for those so far, here are the positives. Great graphics, amazing graphics, looks amazing, plays beautifully, and performs great. The gameplay is solid. We have solid gunplay. The guns feel a lot more real and alive in this one, unlike the last one where the guns just felt like pea shooters in my opinion. This one, they have more kick, they have more life and everything like that. That is awesome. And then the improved ship combat was great. I loved all that. All good things. Now, let's talk about the big issue that everyone's mentioned already, but you know what? Since this is my channel, I want to talk about it too and put my thoughts out there about it. The way you progress in this game is solely tied to your loot boxes. And that really drags it down, really does, because the loot boxes give you let me just tell you, in order to get a new weapon, you have to gather up a certain amount of crafting items. And in order to get crafting items, from what I've seen, is maybe through like these little challenges or through mostly the loot boxes. I'm pretty sure it's just the loot boxes. It's been a little bit, but I'm pretty sure it's just the loot boxes were the only way you could get these crafting items, and you only get a very small amount, at least in the beta. So it would take 600 pieces, 600 crafting items to make a gun, which on average, with every loot box, you would get maybe 10 to 20 crafting items. And that's not a guarantee. You're not always going to get crafting items unless you get a duplicate. Then you could turn that into crafting items. But in the beta, that wasn't implemented, or at least I didn't get any duplicates, or if I did, that wasn't implemented into the game. So it really did feel like a huge grind to sit there and be like, oh man, I want to unlock this new gun. Oh wait, but I can't because of the crafting items. I need 600, but I only have 20. And it takes so long to get there. It was just... This game is literally throwing it in your face to sit there and be like, the grind is too long. Give us some money, and then there you go. You could have great stuff. You can't do that in a $60 game. This is already going to show that we're going to have a huge pay-to-win type of game going on here. Because everyone is just going to sit there and be like, man, I don't want to do this grind. There's going to be a lot of people that make a good amount of money and some spending money who are going to sit there, you know what, I'll just pay $30 and there you go, I'll get some cool stuff from there. And it's different if the loot boxes were just aesthetic stuff. They're not just aesthetics. They are things that will change the game. One star card that I saw immediately was this one for Boba Fett. This is just an example. That the highest ranked star card that I saw was that you get minus 100% damage to you when you're using your jetpack. minus 100%. That is a lot. And that is just by luck if you get that. Imagine going up against a guy who paid a lot of money on like the first day of the game. He already has all these crazy cards because he decided to put $30 extra into there. And now he's able to take all this damage, deal some damn good damage. That's not going to be a good time. The fact that progression is part of the loot boxes, that progression and the loot boxes coexist and you cannot progress without the loot boxes is a horrible, horrible idea. I get it. You're giving us the DLC for free for the whole time this game is going to go. I get that. That's great and I understand. I understand the business model of it. You guys need to make some money somehow because I understand licensing. It's not cheap to sit there and have the Star Wars brand and make a game out of it. I'm sure there's a lot of money involved. But doing this is not a good way to make up for it because this kind of sits there and you're looking at your community and going, yeah, we just care about the money we want and, you know, pay to win. You don't give a crap about the balancing. This is going to disrupt the balancing. If the way I think they should have done it is that, yes, I know we all don't like season passes. I especially don't like $50 season passes, where it's pretty much another game you're buying. But what maybe, instead of these loot boxes, they could have done something where, alright, you guys don't want to pay $50 for a season pass. Okay, we'll drop it down to like $20, $25 or something. I would much rather have none of it where there's no loot boxes or a season pass. But if it means having to choose between balancing a game and a great progression system or paying for DLC, at least paying for the DLC won't disrupt the gameplay balance and make me feel like a guy who makes a lot of money and has a lot more spending money than I do or any other players. He's going to dominate the battlefield because of that fact. That is not fair. So the fact that the loot boxes are tied so closely to the progression in this game is really showing just a bad sign. And everything else is good about the game. The gameplay, like I said, is solid. The graphics, the game modes, the improvements they've made, the amount of content that's going to be in this game. They've clearly listened to the fans in that respect. But this loot box system is just really going to be the thing that just might make this game not fun and not even worth the $60 at that point. It might be that game breaking, and that's unfortunate because of the fact that it's Star Wars and I love this franchise. I hate the fact that these loot boxes are going to be something that could really make me go, you know what, I can't recommend it. I don't know, guys. We will see what happens at launch. We'll see if they change anything in the real game. But so far, the game is good and I love everything about it. But these loot boxes can make or break this entire game. But those are my thoughts on the beta. I hope you guys enjoyed the beta and had some fun with your friends. So let me know what you guys thought. Do you guys think the beta is going to be worth it? Do you think the loot boxes are going to destroy everything? What's your opinions? I want to hear it, because I love Star Wars and I just don't want to see it fall. I don't want to see this game go down, you know? It's Star Wars. I want to have a good time. But I gotta be honest, these loot boxes are not looking too good for it. That's just my thoughts, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And my next video will be my review for South Park. And then after that, I will be reviewing... I don't like the Saw franchise, so I might skip out on that one and watch the Suburbicon movie directed by George Clooney and starring Matt Damon. I believe that's the name of it, but that might be the next movie I go see. So those are my plans for the future, and also Assassin's Creed Origin will be the next game. But those are my plans. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.